Wa alaikum assalam. Welcome once again to our YouTube channel, The Raw Footage, and thank you for joining us in today's new video. Do you remember a question we posted on our channel a few days ago? What would you do if you had a time machine? Imagine, if reversing time were possible, what would you do? Would you want to relive your past moments or catch a glimpse of your future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If I were given this chance, my first action would be to travel back to meet our beloved Prophet Muhammad, to experience the blessings of listening to his words directly. Afterward, I'd look toward the future, curious about what lies ahead. I believe many of you would make a similar choice, first visiting the past and then peeking into the future. But here's another interesting thought. What if you traveled into the future only to discover someone planning to kill you? How would you react? What would you do? If it were me, I would try to learn about this person and understand the reason behind their motive. I'm sure many of my viewers would feel the same way. But why am I suddenly asking such questions? With that, let me take you back in time to around 1800 BC in ancient Babylon. People of that time were skilled in astrology, predicting people's past and future with incredible accuracy. Just imagine, someone who dedicated their entire life to this knowledge could predict almost anything. This was an era where people grew so confident in their understanding that they began relying on celestial movements for everything, and some even dared to challenge the wisdom and plan of Allah. Babylon's people devised schemes in their arrogance, while Allah had his own master plan, one beyond anyone's comprehension. Following the time of Prophet Musa, Prophet Dhu al-Kifl warned the people of Babylon about their arrogance, but they paid no heed. Eventually, they learned that Allah would send a prophet, one with a message similar to Musa, who would guide people with divine knowledge. The astrologers predicted the exact birth year of this prophet, none other than Prophet Isa, son of Maryam. But Allah's will was different. He destined Isa to be born much earlier than their predictions, as if to show them that his plans supersede human knowledge. But there's more to this. During the peak of Babylonian astrology, in another timeline, a man experimented with time, moving backward and forward through it. In one journey to the future, he saw a vision of a beautiful figure in yellow clothing with long hair killing him at Lod Airport. Intrigued, he learned from others that this figure was Isa bin Maryam. Determined to prevent this, he decided to harm Isa in his youth, searching year after year in Isa's early timeline but failing each time. Allah had preordained Isa's birth centuries earlier, and by the time this man found Isa, he was already an adult, though he had not yet declared his prophethood. In that era, the Jews relied heavily on astrology. When Isa announced his prophethood, they rejected him, not because they doubted him, but because he didn't align with their predictions. They even killed Prophet Yahya simply because he didn't match their expectations of a prophet. This man from the future, whom we now call the Dajjal, or Antichrist, took advantage of the situation, conspiring with the Jews to crucify Isa to protect himself from his future vision at Lod. But Allah's plan was different. On the night they tried to capture Isa, Allah transformed the appearance of one of them to resemble Isa, leading them to crucify this impostor instead. Dajjal, believing he had safeguarded his life, was wrong. Upon returning to the future, he again saw Isa at Lod, prepared to kill him. This cycle of deceit continues as Dajjal repeatedly manipulates time, appearing in various eras, always trying to evade Isa. Dajjal, realizing that people recognize his deception, began creating false versions of himself. 30 false Dajjals who would confuse people even further, attempting to deceive Jews, Christians, and Muslims. He even plays a dangerous game, appearing to kill his own imposters to make his deceit convincing. Many scholars believe that this deception is why even some knowledgeable Muslims might be misled. But Allah, through Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, revealed clear guidance and warnings to protect us from Dajjal's fitna, ensuring that those who seek guidance will remain steadfast in faith.